Hey babe, I can't seem to find any accurate COVID numbers right now. Do you know?
I think 6,344,700 infected, and if I'm not mistaken, 1,189,506 dead.
What?
6,344,700. U.S. COVID deaths, 1,189,506.
That doesn't sound right.
120 million dead from COVID.
Unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID.
No, it's 200 million.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Are you just incoherently making up numbers?
My butt's been wiped.
My butt's been wet. Come on, man.
I mean, who needs math and accurate numbers when you could just have Big Brother Orwellian totalitarian governments? Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. This is Luke Radowski here of WeAreChange.org. And oh boy, do we have a lot of news to get into today, as there's a major court ruling in New York, a decision in Texas that is drastically changing the White House's plan for you, as of course major, serious economic, financial, and energy problems loom ahead. Hopefully we get a chance to get into all of it in today's broadcast, but if we don't, the video will be continued on LukeUncensored.com, our very own platform, where you guys will be getting more involved in our everyday daily operations very soon. We provide you unfiltered, uncensored content with stuff that we can't get away with anywhere else other than our own platform. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is definitely the time to do it, as today we will be giving out 5 tickets to a real-life in-world event happening near Washington, D.C. with me, the Timcast crew, the Beanie Man himself, Ryan Long, Danny Polishchuk, musical, comedy performances, all of that happening, which you could be a part of for an event that is not selling tickets publicly. This is only members only, and the first people to respond specifically to my Luke Uncensored video in the comment section today will be getting the tickets exclusively to this event. But yeah, definitely something you guys want to sign up for and check out and attend, since I'm really looking forward to this event, which is going to be a lot of fun in the next coming days. Now, what's not fun is the current social, political, economic situation that the United States is in, as of course it's an utter freaking mess, to the point where even the Biden administration is realizing how bad it is, and it's deciding to intervene, as we're getting the news today that, quote, Joe Biden is trying to save Christmas. And I think that's a very disingenuous stance by the mainstream media, since, of course, this is the man that already has stolen Christmas. This is the man that has already created the problems, created the circumstances which could deny people the ability to even have gifts for their loved ones this Christmas. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely not an accurate portrayal. This is like saying crazy lunatic stabbing man saves man by deciding not to stab him more. That would be definitely more of an accurate understanding of what's happening here, as we're finding out that the federal government is telling Walmart, FedEx, UPS to, quote, up their services. Yes, this is the government intervention you've been waiting for. Literally the government hurting, destroying private enterprise, saying, hey, work more, which is utterly freaking ridiculous. And I'm sorry, Biden causing restrictions, causing lockdowns, causing mandates, causing economic calamity and destruction with direct intervention in the financial markets, now saying, hey, work more, is a slap in the face to anyone paying attention, because he's the person literally causing the problems. Now, Biden is also planned to announce what he's going to be doing about this crisis, you know, the one that he caused. And of course, we're going to be waiting very closely for that announcement, and we're going to be keeping a very close eye on it. This, as supply shortages are just the beginning of the problem here in the United States, as of course there also is an energy crunch, as even the Delta Airlines CEO recently came out and has warned about rising fuel costs, rising energy costs. This, of course, has created a massive impact on the financial markets, since, of course, if you can't have oil or energy to do stuff, you can't do stuff. It's that simple. Why is oil and energy going up dramatically in the United States? Well, the Biden administration killed the Keystone Pipeline, stopped major energy exploration, stopped fracking, and has essentially strangled American oil production while promoting Green New Deal policies that are absolutely nonsensical. Who do these decisions benefit directly? Well, not the American people, definitely foreign oil producers that will create the same environmental impact, if not a bigger one, because now of the need to import this energy, this oil into the United States, which will, of course, increase energy prices and already has dramatically, but this is just, again, the beginning. And it's not just gas, it's also coal. Propane shortages are also expected here in the United States. All, of course, as China openly mocks climate activists and has announced a plan to build more coal-fired power plants while increasing their oil and gas exploration for their own economic growth. So we could definitely thank Biden for making America energy dependent on foreign countries. And the problem is not just here in the United States, it's also globally, as there are major energy shortages predicted for Europe this winter, as many people expect fuel and coal shortages to impact this continent more than any other place in the world. Most of Europe gets its oil and energy from Russia, which right now is having a hard time allegedly producing enough energy for itself. And now with energy shortages, labor shortages, supply shortages, all created by the federal government, on top of all of this, they still plan on implementing more insane policy, rules, laws, and regulations to the tune of $3.5 trillion that they're trying to ram through Congress right now, worsening the economic situation, of course, causing more fears of inflation, which is already here. Homes are more expensive than they ever have been before in American history to buy. No government in history has ever spent this much as the American government, and with inflation, this creates more poverty, as of course wages are not rising with the cost of living that are, and people are getting poorer by the day. The government printing and spending $3.5 trillion on top of this only exacerbates this so much more, as of course it plans to pay all of this with a pound of flesh from its citizenry, as it plans to track, trace, and database every transaction over $600 from every citizen. The Treasury Secretary, former head of the Federal Reserve criminal banking system, says that tracking every $600 transaction of every peasant will, of course, help make billionaires pay more taxes, since, billionaires are the ones giving out $600 transactions all the time, right? And again, the government demanding to be able to look at any account with more than $600 in it is nonsensical as it is draconian. There's Republicans warning that this could lead to a surveillance state, and they are absolutely correct, since of course the government already spies on almost every aspect of your existence through cell phones, along of course with the big tech monopolies, and now they want access to your financial records and everywhere you decide to spend your money. Now this, on top of other insane governments banning gas lawnmowers, banning powerful computers, banning non-gender binary toy aisles, and becoming more and more involved in your life, like the government of California is going in that direction of, what do you think is going to happen to free commerce that is supposed to be exchanged easily and freely? What do you think is going to happen to capital, which is supposed to be moving, when every step of the way it has to be stopped by another insane plan by a bureaucrat? This, of course, will stagnate the economy. This, of course, will hurt the economy. That, on top of thousands of people around this country being fired because of a decree that Joe Biden made, on top of extreme rises in violent crime that many public prosecutors don't want to even do anything about. What is this perfect storm? What is this perfect calamity going to create? Well, it has created the current situation that we are all living in. And unless someone stops this craziness, this madness, this kind of lunatic-like behavior that every step of the way punishes average human beings who just want to live their lives. Unless someone intervenes, unless someone stops it, this is only going to be exacerbated. This will only be made so much worse. As of course, almost everything bad that has happened recently has been with the direct intervention of government intervening in it, claiming that they're helping when they're clearly not. Inflation, highest since previous 13-year high. Meat prices up 10%, gas prices up 42% from a year ago. And this is just the beginning, as of course economic ramifications are felt not just within days or weeks or months after their impact, but reverberate throughout the coming months, throughout the coming years, and have long-term effects that are felt later down the line. This intervention by the Biden administration might be too late. There are major problems ahead, and I hope you guys prepared, as of course we've been telling you about this, we've been warning you about this for a very long time, and it will only be made that much worse coming ahead. Prepare accordingly. I didn't yet have a chance to talk about Southwest and Kyrie Irving, the major decision by a New York judge, and of course the Texas executive order, but we're going to be talking about that all exclusively on LukeUncensored.com later on today. And if you want to find out when that video first comes out, we email it to you through our email list, which of course is free to sign up to, and the link to that is down in the description below, and it's also on our website, wearechange.org. If you liked this video, click like. If you disliked it, click the dislike button. If you think I could do anything better, if you think I got something wrong, let me know what that was down in the comment section below. But truly, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for a lot more here on wearechange.org.